Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing an updated makeup routine. The last time I made a makeup video, it was like 2 months ago, and my routine has changed a bunch, especially because it was summer. It's just changed a lot. This makeup routine has been literally perfect, like chef's kiss. I'm gonna do my skin prep first, and I'm gonna show you guys everything I use. I always feel like skin prep is the most important. The first thing I go in with is this facial spray. I just found this at Target. I just like using a mist because I feel like it helps just like, you know, when your skin's tight and like there's no product on it. I just feel like this helps kind of make it more damp and helps everything else absorb better. I just go in with the facial mist first. So refreshing. Usually I do use this e.l.f. Power Grip primer, but it's the matte one. Other times I will use this Smashbox Photo Finish or this L'Oreal Prime Lab. I don't know, it's a pore minimizer one. I got this as a sample and I really like it, so I try not to use it as often because I don't want to buy a new one yet. For the most part, I use Smashbox one because this one is like a blurring one. The Power Grip one is one of the sticky ones, and like I just feel like I need to focus more on my pores because they are sometimes just really freaking crazy. I use makeup, so I usually go for one of those because I feel like this one's also a pore like minimizing one, so that's why I really like these ones. And we're ready to go with the actual makeup. So I use bronzy drops and moisturizer. I used to use the Drunk Elephant one. Anyways, I usually use these ones, but I'm running low and I don't want to use it up and run out of it. So I've never heard of this brand, but my mom had them and they honestly work really good. It literally just looks like this. And I'll just use it with any moisturizer I have. I usually use my Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask because I got this as my Sephora birthday gift. I think. No, I didn't. Wait, did I? No, I didn't get this as a Sephora birthday gift. I think it was, wait. It was either that or like some sort of package. I honestly don't remember, but I usually use this and then I put the drops in. And the thing about these ones is they're super intense. Like a little does go a long way. Oh, also, I don't remember if I mentioned, I usually have chapstick on my lips while getting ready, so I just use the Carmex. It's my favorite. Now I go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and this is more so like my base. I don't really use foundation or anything. Sometimes I use skin tint, so I'm gonna use it today. So I usually use this, and if I do wear skin tint, I usually use Tower 28 skin tint if I do use skin tint, but if I don't, I just use the Flawless Filter. I used to use the Halo Glow a lot, but I like the Flawless Filter consistency better, so I just stick with the Flawless Filter now. And then I use a damp beauty blender and blend it all in. So after I do that, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite concealers. The Milani Conceal and Perfect, my NARS one, and then I just have this Tarte Creaseless one. My favorite one out of these is probably the Tarte Creaseless one for under my eye because I don't put concealer like in a lot of places. I literally will just put it here and maybe right here and on my chin. If I do have something to cover, I will use the NARS one. Like if I have like a blemish or something, I'll use the NARS one right there. But I try not to put concealer where I don't need it. Let it sit for more coverage, and I do my bronzers. My all-time favorite right now is my LYS one. A little goes such a long way. And the thing about this bronzer that I love is that it's so easy to blend. Like I promise you, it's so easy to blend. But I do use a bunch of different bronzers and like stack a bunch. I definitely have bronzer blindness, but you know, it's okay. And then I just use this dense brush from e.l.f. the Ultimate Blending e.l.f. one, and I blend this in. I try to tap it, but sometimes if I get impatient, I do tend to rub a little bit, but I try not to rub unless like on my forehead I rub, but on my like cheeks I try to tap it in. I use like a bunch of different shades of different bronzers. My favorite ones are the LYS one, the Fenty Beauty one, and then the Say bronzer. They're all like such different consistencies, it's like crazy. And then I usually also go in with my Fenty Beauty one, and this one is in the shade Mocha. This shade for the LYS one is No Limits Courage. I don't put the LYS one on my nose, but I do use Fenty Beauty one on my nose. And then for my nose, I use this random MAC one that I have. All it says is MAC 217S. So I just blend my nose. Now time to blend my concealer. I normally use my beauty blender, but I honestly just started using a brush, and this is the Morphe M449 brush. I blend my concealer with it, and then I'll go over with a damp beauty blender. That way it's not streaky or anything. And you could see it's definitely brighter. That's what I like in my concealers lately. And then now I'm going to use my beauty blender to kind of blend it out. So now that I blended that out, I kind of like blended it into the sides. So I'm going to go in with my Say bronzer and just like dab a little bit. Get my hair out of the way. So then I'm just gonna blend it with this brush. The Say one is definitely for like, I don't know, like more natural makeup, but I love it so much. So I like layer it on top of everything. Now it's time for blush, and I use a few different blushes. I use my Rhode blush, and this is in the shade Piggy, so it's a very bubblegum pink. And then I use this Morphe blush, the stick, and it's in the shade Rosy Wishes, and this one's also super pretty. I use that. And then I just started doing this. I used to just use these two, but now I also add the Say blush in the shade Spicy, and this is a red. So I basically take off the excess and I just do smack in the middle. And then for my brush, it's a Milani brush. It's actually for powder, but I like how fluffy brushes blend out cream products because it's like a lot of bristle. Now that that's blended, basically, this is where I would set. And today I actually made like a pink one. I just put pink blush. I used the Kylie blush. It was like I think it was Winter Kiss, so it's like really cool toned. And I put it in here, like I scraped some off and put it into my Laura Mercier because I have two. So I put it in this one because I wanted a pink setting powder, but I didn't want to go buy one yet. I heard these kind of blend your blush into your concealer better. Normally I just use Laura Mercier or my One Size powder to set. Wherever I put concealer, last but not least, I won't use the pink one for this. I'll just use a regular for this part, and I just put it right on these sides right here. So now that I'm basically baking, I'm gonna do my lashes. Right now I'm wearing mascara, but I've been wearing lash clusters for the past couple of weeks. But for my mascara, it's always different. I just use whatever I find, but I normally do tend to reach for my telescopic mascara. And if I really want my lashes to look good that day, I will use like waterproof mascara, but I try not to use that as much because I feel like it's just so hard to take off and it rips out my lashes. So I try not to use that as often, unless it's like a really special occasion. But if it's a really special occasion, I feel like I probably will just end up wearing clusters. This is probably the longest part of the routine, is my lashes, because I'm very picky with my mascara and like how my lashes look. So that's also why I tend to wear lash clusters, because like I don't need to put mascara on. I just keep doing it until I like it. So I needed to charge my camera because it died, but I have not touched my face since I had it on. So if that's not dedication, I don't know what is, because I was not going to do anything without you guys. Now I'm going to put on powder versions of everything that I did, and when I do that, that's when I blend out my bake. So for my powder bronzer, I usually use my Hoola bronzer. I just do a little bit. I put it where I put the cream version of it. So I literally just do that, and then I also use that to like blend like my translucent powder on the sides. And then I use the same brush for my powder blush, and I use this Kat Von D one in the shade Foxglove. It's just a matte blush. I like matte blush better than like shimmery blush, like powder blushes. Sometimes I'll use this random Milani palette. I have the middle one broke literally yesterday, but if I use it, I mainly use the red one. This is like spilling out. I don't see any shades on here, but just any like matte red will probably work. The thing about these ones are it's really pigmented, like really pigmented. Like the difference, I promise you, I just tap and do like a bunch, and it just makes the biggest difference. I am also like, I love blush so much, and then I kind of just Sometimes I like to put the excess like where I put bronzer on my forehead. I don't know why. And then that's basically what I do for that. And then for highlighter, I use this random like liquid one, and I put it just on my nose. I don't even know what brand this is. It's like scratching off, and I don't even know what the bottom word's saying because like the middle is completely scratched off. You can't even see it because my lighting, but it literally just looks like this. But there's like many other dupes for this type of highlighter, and I just put it on my nose right there. Since I'm not going anywhere, I'm not gonna spray anything, but I will use my Anastasia Dewy Set Spray if I have like a special occasion, like a birthday party or something. I don't know, something I want to keep it on. I use the one size one. I only use that for special occasions though, because that is like hairspray. And a lot of times I'll just use the e.l.f. Dewy Spray because this one's like cheaper than the rest of my setting sprays. I'm not gonna set it, but normally I do, like for school and stuff. Oh, I forgot my eyebrows. Lately I've been using the Glossier one because it's not like a heavy hold. I only do heavy holds if I'm going somewhere, like for school, then I would like use like a different brow gel. But this one is just to like kind of brush them back because I have really puffy brows. I don't fill them in or anything because it looks actually insane if I do. For my lip combo, my current favorite lip liner is this Rare Beauty one. I don't know the shade because it doesn't have the shade on it, but it looks like this. I'll put it on. It's this nice deep color. I already have chapstick on my lips from before, so I kind of blend it like that. And if I want a gloss, I use my Vanilla Summer Fridays. It's just clear. So that's usually the lip liner that I use. So this is the finished look. This is usually what I do every single day. Also, I do the same exact base if I have lash clusters. The only difference is literally just my lashes. This is what I've been doing recently, and I've been really loving it. I feel like it stays on pretty well throughout the day. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this because I have not posted in a month. But I will be back now because school's starting, so I'll have stuff to post about. I really hope you enjoyed today's video because I really missed filming, and I really missed you guys. One of my lashes fell out. Should I make a wish? It didn't fly away. Okay, I made a wish. I'm not telling you guys what it is, but yeah, thank you for watching.